going on, everybody? My website in the description, as well as the link to the My Free Score Now. Castaneda, what's going on? Arno, Sarah Hunter, how you doing? Jordan, tried hitting you up today. Sorry I didn't get to it. Hello, Mr. Menace, Nathan, Andy Labs, David Hidalgo, how you doing? Hope everybody had a good day today. I'm gonna also put my phone number, email address. Carlton, how you doing, man? Move my trash can out of the way so I don't have to stare at it. How's everybody doing tonight? So how many of you have ever heard of the Credit Game University? I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you're doing good as well. Of course. Ricardo, how you doing? So yeah, apparently the FTC raided their building, I believe yesterday, maybe the day before. I think he's finally going down, which, I don't feel bad for him. I don't wish bad on anybody, but, whatever happens to him, he deserves it. He hides behind his digital education, and he does it so well. He does it so well. He markets it as you're paying for credit education, which is digital, and that's why you can't get a refund. The other reason why you can't get a refund is he's not selling you credit repair. He's giving you credit repair for free for buying the digital education. Well, I think his days are over. Hopefully so. Yes, Uncle Mike, I'm so blessed. Thank you so much for your help. I got a mortgage pre-approval. Sarah, I'm so glad I was able to help. I'm extremely happy for you and your family. That's a nice place you got. Looking at the pictures you sent me, it's real nice. Daniel, what's up, man? Brandy, you are welcome. And yes, he is finally getting what he deserves. Brandy, I'm glad you switched to a good phone. That's all I have is work phone and personal phone. So congratulations on finally getting a real phone. That's just kind of a joke for my Android users. There's nothing wrong with Androids, but iPhones are better definitely for, especially if you have a business. Travis, yes, he definitely deserves what's coming to him. And good evening, man. Gonna be Daddy Mike pretty soon in the joint. Really, any news footage? How and who can I call to add myself to that complaint? If anybody has any information, hold on, I think I do have a number. 1 second, I'm gonna see if I can find this number for y'all. I'm going to give a phone number and a email address. So, and then the email address is and that's our email address as well. iPhone is the only phone to use. I agree. Yeah, Nathan, he's got you on that automatic list, is all that is. And if I missed some comments, I apologize, y'all. I'm not trying to avoid anything. 3 spams a day. Thanks, David. Going to also add my 2 cents as well. Hope we get our money back. Yes, I hope y'all get your money back. Definitely call, email, leave a voicemail, whatever you got to do. I hope everybody gets their money back. Everybody definitely deserves their money back. What do I think is going to happen to him? He'll probably pay a bunch of money, get out of it, and he'll have certain restrictions on what he can do as far as business types or whatnot. What I wish would happen to him is they would just go ahead and lock him up, because the amount of money he was bringing in a day is just mind blowing. Uh, and I'm not going to say no numbers or anything like that, but it's more money in a day than the average person makes a year. Yes, you're welcome, Mr. Menace. Yeah, so worst case scenario, nobody gets their money back, but he gets locked up. And I say worst case scenario because if I lost thousands of dollars to this guy and he got locked up, I would it'd be worth the money to me. Miss Brandy, I need you to uh, text me a new proof of address for you and Mr. Donald. My number is in the chat, and I think I forgot to put it in the description. I was trying to rush. I'm going to start doing my lives at 8:15 from now on, just because I'm late every single time. Something always comes up at 8 o'clock. Hit you up to get it removed. I wouldn't help him for any amount of money, Andy. Seriously, there's not enough money for me to help that guy. Totally fine with just chill. Yeah, me too. Don't have it yet. Okay, Miss Brandy, I got you. Normally I'm the late one. It never fails. I'm late every time. Or last night I had what was supposed to be a 1 hour Zoom call with the software developer that I use and some other credit repair CROs, and it wound up being about 3 hours, and then I finally just got off of it. But there is some new things that are happening with the software I'm using. Some really, really good things. I won't go into detail, so don't ask me. Just know that it's only going to get better, which is obviously a plus for me and everyone that signs up for my services. I can tell you right now, the My Free Score Now, the version on my website, I actually put it in the link or in the chat. Sorry, that is the best one for the software I use. and within about 2 weeks, maybe 3, it's going to be even better. That's good, Travis. That's real good. Living in a Motel 6. Hey, as long as you got a roof over your head, Miss Brandy, that's all that matters. Yes, it does really work. And depending on how you're doing it, um, you know, just about any way is effective. But, you know, a lot of people, the biggest issue is they either don't have the time or just don't want to learn it or simply can't learn how to work on their own credit. And that's what people like me are for. Yes, Sarah, you do need to do a video and get that over to me. Not sure what my schedule's like, but it's since you're as close as you are, we could possibly do a video together if you're interested in that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to mock the credit game and Uncle Mikey Mike. I'm just glad that this. Okay, so out of the two scammers that we all know about, and I'm not going to name the other one. If I had to choose one to go down first, it would have definitely been Mike. He is like big fish. He's way up there. The other one, he's bottom of the barrel. That's good, man. Just keep working on it. You'll get there for sure. Hi, David. I got a letter from LexisNexis, and it shows 27 things deletions. That's awesome, Miss Summer. That's great. That's going to help us out. That's real good. Yeah, we'll just have to find a time that we're both available, Miss Sarah, and maybe we could meet halfway. Maybe I'm not. I'm trying to think of where halfway is to where you're at. I don't know how far you are from Sylvester, or if you even know where Sylvester's at, or maybe Albany, which Albany's definitely not halfway. You're very welcome, Miss Summer. You're right, Miss Brandy. It definitely works, and it does happen fast for some, and for others, it does take a little while. One of the biggest keys to credit repair is not giving up. If you don't see any results 2, 3 months, don't give up. If you're not going to give it a minimum of 4 months, then I would say don't even sign up. Some people are done in 4 months. Some people are done in 2 months. Some people it takes 8 months. It just depends. I could come to you. Well, that would be awesome if you could do that, Miss Sarah. That would definitely make it easier on me because my schedule's pretty tight. But I'm sure yours is too. We'll make something work. Got a letter from LexisNexis. Couldn't understand it. I'm not sure. It could be your LexisNexis report. Could be the disputes that you had with LexisNexis showing if something was removed or verified or updated. Miss Summer, what he's asking is it just showing that personal information was deleted, or is it showing actual negative accounts being deleted? I think that's what Mr. Carlton's saying. Yeah, definitely, Miss Brandy. You need to keep your usage down. Making your payments on time is probably the most important thing. Don't be applying for credit unless you absolutely have to. If I'm working on somebody's credit and they reach out to me and say, "Hey, can I run my credit?" for something they don't need, I'm going to advise them not to. Obviously, they can do whatever they want to do. But if they come to me and say, hey, I need a house and I need it right now for my family, of course you need to run your credit and try to see if you can get a house for you and your family. See, I just wanted to, make tonight's live, kind of something for everybody to that doesn't know about Mike, or the ones that do know about Mike but don't know what happened with the FTC raiding them. Uh, Hopefully, this is a big win for everybody that lost their money. Again, worst case scenario, people don't get their money back, but they throw him in jail or possibly even prison, whatever the case may be. I don't wish bad on anybody, but if it happens, he definitely asked for it. Sorry, talking to a buddy of mine. Yes, karma definitely will, Miss Brandy. You're right. The big envelopes, those are 9 by 12s. Those, the 6 by 9s, those are more than 30 pages. Yeah, a lot of people lost several thousands of dollars. I've had people contact me that's lost, $4,000. Arno, that sounds good, man. Also, if you are on here and I'm working on your file, you need to make sure that you send me, preferably updated in the portal, the client portal, a recent utility bill, bank statement, pay stub. Another thing that works is, and I don't know what I've done with the letter. Actually, it actually came from TransUnion. You can have a post office stamp receipt is good for a year, but your any other proof of address has to be less than 60 days old. With the process I use, Andy, you just send more letters. It's different than factual disputing. Andy, they don't care. They make money off of you having bad credit. They make money, and a lot of money. Yeah, I remember the video, Miss Sarah. That's actually what made me reach out to you to try to help you with your credit. And I'm just glad that you finally got pre-approved for a house. Yeah, that's good, Miss Summer. And again, Andy, I wasn't trying to move off the topic or the question, but so we're not asking them to prove to us that the dates are accurate or that the amounts owed are accurate, date last active. We're not disputing anything or challenging how compliant they are with their reporting of these negative items. Jonathan Jenkins, yes, I can. If you'll text me and remind me, I definitely can. Carlton, we sure can. I know we ran into the issue last time where I think it was only showing one thing, and there's more things than that, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is on my website, Mr. or Miss Menace. Sorry, I don't know if you're a man or a woman. Sorry. Uh, but anyway, you just go to the website, click on sign up for credit repair. Then I send you a welcome email, which will be your client portal login, where you can see everything I'm working on. You can upload your picture ID, proof of address, which can be a water bill, electric bill, bank statement, pay stub. Send it in PDF form if you can. And actually, if you do send it in PDF form, you will have to email it because the CRM will not take PDFs for whatever reason. But if you take a picture of a bill with your phone, you can upload it in the portal. You should be able to sign up for My Free Score now through the portal. If not, unfortunately, you will have to go back to my website, everythingcreditllc.com, and then click on sign up for My Free Score now. And the reason you want to sign up for the one that's on my website and in the portal, if it's in there, I don't know if the link works, is because it's specifically designed for the credit repair software that I use. Dennis, okay, got you, Dennis. Sorry, man, I didn't know. If they'll do it, Arno, they may not. Some of them will, and some of them won't. And I know most people say, don't ever contact them if you're going to do a pay per delete. I mean, you can. The debt's yours no matter what. That's the thing a lot of people don't understand, unless it's a real, unless it's a identity theft, which rarely happens. It does happen, but as a whole, it doesn't happen as often as you would think. But um, yeah, if you want to try that route, you definitely can. But my advice to you is, if they don't agree to do it, then don't pay them, because whether you pay it or not, it's still going to be on your credit and it's still going to be negative. Yes, thank you, Miss Brandy. If y'all don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. D Pitts, yes, Metro 2 compliance. We challenge things. We don't dispute anything. And when I say we, I mean me. It's just me. I do everything. The only way, Carlton, would be to pay for an early update on the My Free Score Now. Have you contacted My Free Score Now to ask them about that? Just got a notice, missed payments removed, score jumped 12 points just now. Awesome. That's great, Miss Sarah. Yeah, the only thing with that, Carlton, is I can't guarantee you that it's going to show the Equifax account. I have no control over any of the credit monitorings, to be honest with you. But what I have noticed is a lot of people that have that issue, they will try a different credit monitoring service, two or three of them, and all of them will not show that report. So if it's not showing on My Free Score Now, there's a really good chance it's not showing on Identity IQ, Smart Credit, My Score IQ, Privacy Guard, any of the ones that work with the software. More than likely, it's not going to show up on there. So that's totally up to you whether you want to do it or not. Joe, Mike gets a roommate named Bubba. Yeah, Identity IQ is terrible. And if you'll notice, as soon as you canceled it and switched over, you already got late payment removed. No, paying for an early one's not gonna it's not gonna mess anything up, Carlton. Uh, Miss Sarah, they say any medical debt under $500. The way I read it, any debt under $500 that's been paid. Which, if the debt's been paid, then it's not going to be on your report unless you pay it, after it goes into collection. So I'm not 100% sure exactly how that's going to work. Other people are saying that no, it's going to be all medical debt under $500, period, whether it's been paid or not. Have you tried calling them, Miss Brandy? Yeah, I don't know. So what I do is I update it every 35 days. That gives the bureaus an additional 5 days to receive the letters that I mail to them. Yes, we'll definitely know whenever they start removing that stuff, whether it's paid in less than $500 or just less than $500 in general? Well, from what the way I understand it, they do, but obviously, that's just what they tell us. There's no way to really know unless you talk to somebody that actually works for the bureaus. One thing about doing credit repair, whether you're doing it yourself or you hire somebody else, once you mail those documents out, you have no control over anything from that point on. And I tell you another thing that uh, most people that do credit repair will not agree with me on, and that is sending this right here is a waste of money, in my opinion, with the way I do credit repair. Now, if you're factually disputing, that can come in handy um, because you can possibly sue the bureaus when you do factual disputing. That is correct, Miss Sarah. And a lot of times people ask me, how come it doesn't show that an item's in dispute? Well, because we're not disputing anything for one, we're challenging these items. Sometimes they do put it on there, but there's nowhere on there that says that the item was challenged. Um, there is a spot for in dispute or other comments that they put. Yes, Carlton, correct. With Metro 2, it is definitely a waste of money. And no matter if you're doing factual, Metro 2, um, just a letter you found online that's supposed to work so good that more than likely won't, certified takes a lot longer, anywhere from 5 to 20 days for them to receive it. And also, Experian a lot of times never even receives the letters, which I find kind of crazy that it's always Experian that doesn't receive the letters. So I think they just don't open them up; they just throw them away. But if you just put a stamp on it, excuse me, usually within 2 to 3 days, they've already received the letters. How do I know this? From testing. It definitely slows the process down, no doubt about it. But there are certain people that just gotta have it. With the way I'm doing it, the only good sending certified is what day they received it. That's it. Focus. Hey, you never text me back. Well, send me a text right now while I'm in front of my phone, if you don't mind. because I have a lot of missed text messages. A lot. Seeker, stupid company came over. What do you mean, Seeker? Just responding to your text, Focus. Two credit bureaus deleted an old repo, but Equifax holding it. I would think more than likely that it'll come off, Sarah. More than likely it'll come off. So you guys see your videos. I just hit the like button. I appreciate that, Focus. Is LexisNexis owned by Experian or vice versa? I don't think either owns either. Oh, you're good. And I keep wanting to call. I keep wanting to call your name, uh, but it's hard just seeing the seeker. So LexisNexis. A lot of people think that LexisNexis gives their bankruptcy information to all three credit bureaus, but that's not the case. You've got LCI, you've got uh, ARS, you've got Clarity Services, CSD, CoreLogics. I feel like I'm missing something. And there's more than one LexisNexis. There's like 3 or 4 different LexisNexises. So when somebody signs up that has a bankruptcy, that's one of the reasons why I used to charge a lot extra for bankruptcies, because you've got the 4 LexisNexises, then you've got ARS, CoreLogics, Clarity, LCI. So there's 8 places you have to send it to. Correct, Seeker. Trying to put my vehicle in my son's name to lower my debt to income ratio. Factor Trust. There you go, Carlson. That's the other one. Yes, you definitely need to send to. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. D. There is a lot of them. And yes, ARS was one of the ones I mentioned. LexisNexis, but there's more than one LexisNexis. There's several LexisNexises. I can actually, if y'all will give me a second, give you a list. Get my other browser open. So I can guarantee you one thing: whenever I work on somebody's file that has a bankruptcy, I can promise you it's being done different than anybody else. I'm going to tell you who all I send it to whenever I do bankruptcies. All right, so I'm going to use Experian as an example. So you don't have to send to SageStream anymore, because SageStream is owned by LexisNexis now. I don't know if everybody knew that or not. But when I send for a bankruptcy, now this is all 3 bureaus, but I'm just going to list Experian from my list right here. So obviously I send directly to Experian, but then I also send to Experian SPV which is the legal department. All right, let me get down my list. LexisNexis, LexisNexis RDM, Factor Trust, which is PO Box 390, because there's more than one of them. LexisNexis Privacy Information Manager, CoreLogic Credco, Advanced Resolution Services, which is ARS, LCI Consumer Center, and just for Experian, I also include Clarity CSD. So if somebody has a bankruptcy, again, this is one of the reasons. I will sell you the list if you want it. Secret, there's a lot more than that list that I just gave, but that's exactly where I send bankruptcies to. There is more of them that I don't send to. Is that part of my list? I'm not sure what your list is, Seeker. But again, there's definitely more of them than that for sure. But that's who I send for bankruptcies. And like I was saying, that's one of the reasons why I used to charge so much more for bankruptcies, because it's so much more paperwork, so much more ink, it's more envelopes, more stamps, more paper. You wear your printer out faster. You can go through printers fairly quick, depending on how much paper you're printing on a monthly basis. I literally have 6 cases of paper right here. Each one of them have 10 reams in them, and I go through about 10 reams a week. So that's 5,000 pages. I don't have it posted anywhere, D, but if you want to send me a text message, I'd be more than happy to send you the list. And again, if anybody wants to learn how to do this themselves, I do teach people how to do this. It was something that I put off for a while. I've got a call with somebody tomorrow that's actually in the chat. I can't remember your name in the chat, but we were just texting. But I show you exactly the software I use, my exact workflow, which means when I say workflow, which letter you send for round 1, which letter you send for round 2, which letter you send for round 3, round 4, and then if it goes beyond that, I have more letters as well. Focus, Metro is excellent for late payments. Metro 2 compliance letters is good for any type of negative account, no matter what it is. Bankruptcies, charge-offs, collections, repos. Joe's been with me for a long time, y'all. He can tell you how aggravating credit repair can be, and I'm sure he's just like some other people. They see all the results people are getting and then just wonder why they're not seeing the same results. It does vary from person to person. We do have better letters coming out. Also, there are other factors into not receiving results, like using Identity IQ, not having a updated proof of address, especially if you don't send exactly what they want. So I say that to say this: if I'm working on your credit, or if you're interested in me working on your credit, to make everything the best, send picture ID, 2 forms of proof of address, and a picture of your social security card, and use My Free Score Now as your credit monitoring. Yes, D, that's correct. Joe, yes, that's amazing news. I think everybody's happy to know that Uncle Mikey Mike, or whatever, I don't know, he's got all these nicknames, but I think everybody's happy about that situation. It's a really good thing. That's good, Joe. I left one in the comments or in the live chat. If you want to leave it in the live chat, that's perfectly fine. Carlton, you can text it or email me the PDF and I can upload it on my end, because the software that I use that actually does the letters, which is not the client portal, I can upload it on there myself. And I may have already done that for you. I don't know. I've done so many just this week. But definitely having 2 forms of proof of address and your social as well as your driver's license. And then, like I said, using MyFreeScore Now, the version 4 of the software I use, that is the best way to get maximum results. And it's actually going to get even better. They're still working on updates with the MyFreeScore Now to make it better than it already is, which is amazing to me that it can be any better than it already is. And I'm probably going to hop off of here shortly. I wouldn't say useless, D. They work from time to time, but you're probably going to see minimal results at best. I know there's a guy, I'm not going to name his name. You probably know I'm talking about, that really believes in those. But you don't really get a whole lot out of a 609. I'll just be honest with you. 2-3 years ago, yes, they worked really well, and they do still work. I'm not saying that they don't work at all, but I can tell you this: a 609 letter compared to what I use, it's not a competition. And I'm not just saying that because I use it. I'm proud of the software I use. It's really, really expensive. So with the software I use, so first off, most credit repair companies use CRC, which is Credit Repair Cloud, or some other monthly subscription credit repair software. So they can pay $180 a month and have access to unlimited amount of letters to, I believe, up to 500 clients. So if I had 500 clients, let me do the math for you. Again, $179.99 a month for CRC, unless they up the price. I know they were talking about it because the 2.0 come out, and that's for 500 clients, unlimited amount of letters. For the one I use for 500 clients, it's $13,000 a month. Why is it so expensive? It works. As soon as you can get me the login credentials, Joe, I'll have to check and see where y'all's file's at, but that won't be a problem. And I don't know if there's an issue with your phone or my phone, but I never receive your text messages for some reason. I know you said in the chat the other day that, or no, you commented on one of my videos, and it said that you had been trying to get a hold of me or text me or something. Ronald, yes, you can remove those inquiries. You can call the bureaus over the phone and try it, which is the fastest way if it works. But I will tell you, it's very, very hard. You can send a letter, depending on which letter you send. I do have a hard inquiry removal kit, and I've got another hard inquiry letter that I want to add to that kit on my website. It's $100 for the kit, but I'm going to add the other letter to it and keep the price the same. Obviously, you don't need to pay $100 to remove 2 hard inquiries, even though I know people that charge $1,000 per bureau, even if you only have one one inquiry they charge that much. Appreciate that, D. Yes, that's why the letters are so expensive. Is because it works. That's the work sale, Joe, and I believe you have my personal number too. The only other thing it could be is you're texting with all 5,000 other people that text me, and then I just don't get to it, or I don't have your number saved. But I'm about 100% sure I got your number saved. Sorry, Carlton, I don't have Dropbox, but I'm downloading it now so I can get that PDF. Yeah, try sending to both of them, Joe. How much for me to remove? Um, Send me a text message, Mr. Ronald, if you don't mind. I may be able to walk you through how to do it yourself. Now, if you email me, Joe, I know I'll get it. I always get emails. Carlton, you're welcome, man. I can't stop yawning. Hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to download this thing. It's asking me to, I don't know what it's asking for. I have to do this whenever I get off the live. I don't know, it's asking me to point my iPhone at the screen for some reason. Yeah, I think I got it saved, Carlton. Definitely got to figure this out because I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, maybe that worked. I sent it to my email. Text to the number. It is in the chat, Mr. Ronald. Sounds good. Yeah, Joe. So again, the software developer for my free score now and the software I use for credit repair, they are constantly working on making that system work better than it already does, as well as new letters coming out. And I think you're going to love this one, Joe. There, well, I hope you do anyway. There is a new bankruptcy letter coming out within the next 2 weeks that is supposed to be the best letter that's ever come out for bankruptcies. Now, as most of you know, I get them removed all the time. That doesn't mean that I get them removed for everybody, especially in a real fast, time frame. They're very hard to remove, but I have a system that does work for most people. But unfortunately, there's probably never going to be anything out legally that can just guarantee, to remove a bankruptcy or anything for that matter. Thank you for doing that, Carlson. That may be easier, but I did send it to my computer email, so maybe it's but yeah, that'll definitely work if I can't get the Dropbox one to work. What is name of FTC person? The one I got, I listed it in the chat. It'll take me a minute to find it, but the I'll leave. I'll put it to you like this: as far as the FTC complaint goes, if you really didn't authorize the inquiries, then yes, go that route. But if you did, at the end of the day, there's really no way for you to prove you didn't do it, and there's no way for them to prove you did unless you're in a dealership that got you on camera, trying to buy a car or something. So it's real hard to do, but yes, that route definitely works because, especially with Equifax, if you send them an FTC report about the inquiries, normally they remove them pretty fast. Normally, again, nothing's guaranteed. No problem, Jr. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna hop off of here. Just hit the 1 hour mark. I didn't plan on staying on this long. Again, the purpose of this live was to tell everybody about Mike from the Credit Game. A guy that's been scamming people for years now. The FTC raided his building yesterday or the day before. Looks like he's going to no longer be on YouTube. I don't know exactly what they're going to do to him. We'll know, in due time for sure. Don't really know how fast, Joe. They're still actually in the testing stages with that letter. That's why it's not available to us yet. So whenever the developer comes out with a letter, he tests it out for months and months and months with thousands of clients first. The creator of the software has 90,000 clients, so he does a ton of testing before he releases his letters. D, I appreciate that, man. So yeah, he does a lot of testing before he actually gives us access to the letters, Joe. But as soon as it comes out, you'll be the first. You'll be the first one to know about it. And again, that's really all I got for tonight. I need to hop off of here. It's getting late. I need to get some letters finished so I can take them to the post office in the morning. But if anybody's interested in signing up, you can go to my website, everythingcreditllc.com. The link is actually in the top of the chat. You can also sign up for my free score now from my website. Once you fill the form out for credit repair, just send me a text message. That's in the chat as well, 229-380-7837. Let me know you're done. Then I will send you a welcome email, and that will be your login credentials to your portal. You can upload the documents needed to do it, which will be picture ID, proof of address, which can be a water bill, electric bill, bank statement, or a pay stub. Needs to be less than 60 days old, or TransUnion for sure will not accept it. But if you include, 2 forms of proof of address as well as your credit, as well as your social security card, it's the best. I'm telling you, the more you send, the better, because sometimes they actually request 2 forms of proof of address, which doesn't make sense. But again, if you go ahead and send all that every time, you don't have to worry about them, making stuff up and making you do stupid stuff, which they will do. As a lot of you already know that, but yeah, have a good one, Joe. I appreciate that, man. Just send it over to me, and I'll take a look at it. But yeah, that's all I got for now. I will go live again tomorrow. I've changed it to where I'm going to start going live at 8:15 instead of 8 o'clock, just because every time I try to go live at 8, something comes up, and I wind up getting on at 8:10, 8:15 anyway. So tomorrow night's live will be 8:15. I also haven't posted a regular video in a while, so I'm going to work on that either tonight or in the morning. So I'll post a video for y'all as well on the channel. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share my videos on your Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you can share it. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'd really like to hit 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm just at a little over 900. So without the help of y'all, that'll probably never happen. So if you can help me out, that would be greatly appreciated. I really like helping people, and I want to help as many people as I can. Everybody tells me all the time, you can't save the world. I know that, but I can try, right? So again, that's all I got for tonight. I hope y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all on the next live.